All right, without further ado, and the reason you've come this morning, Loyola University Chicago's new head coach, Porter Moser.
I won't put this hat on like they do in the lottery because I have extremely large ears and it looks terrible in hats. The family's agreeing back there. Rambler fans and Rambler students that don't know Porter Moser soon will. Everything about me is about enthusiasm, passion, family, and I believe it's all contagious. And a lot of people say I care about things. I've been in some different searches and interviews, but your actions are what say you care. And when the scuttlebutt at the Final Four was going on about the worst kept secret that I was getting this job, the thing that kept on coming was, Porter, that's a perfect fit for you. It's a perfect fit. And it is for me. And I look at my Jesuit background, playing at Creighton. I look at coaching at St. Louis University, the type of student athletes we brought there. That's what was so hard. We had a very, very good team coming back, but the character in the locker room was outstanding. And that's what we hope to build here at Loyola.
Bleeding instead of bleeding back as I was.
Let me see what
Yeah, I just started bleeding because it was blood flowing.
People use this term old school, you know. Well, this kid, the old school players used to be able to get on these guys. Back in the day, we used to grind these. They used to run in the gravel, and you know, you'd hear millions of stories, but you can't do that with this day and age of a kid. Well, I don't believe in that. I think now more than ever, deep down, young men want to be coached. Deep down, they want to be good. You know, they might not know the path, but they want it. And you can get on guys. You can drive them, you can push them farther than they think they can be pushed. But the X factor is they got to know you love them. You can't push people beyond their limits with no relationship. It's like my own kids. I, as a parent, you have to get on your kids. You have to demand and hold your kids accountable at a young age. It's not easy. No one likes to do that. I hate punishing my kids. But if you love them enough and you care for them enough, you want the best for them. And sometimes as a leader, you have to do that. As a parent, you have to do that. I want to push them, but I always want to pull my kids back. Let them know at night, you know, I lay that pillow on their head. You got to know that dad loves you, mom loves you. You know, we believe in you. Belief in your kid, belief in your players, that could be one of the most powerful gifts you give them. Think about it. That's one of the most powerful gifts you can give somebody is I believe in you. And to do that, you've got to pull them back after after you correct them, after you discipline them, you got to pull them back to let them know that you still believe in them, but this is what you have to do to get here.
You know how many bad possessions we have? We've got to get it down. And you know what? You know how I know? We haven't had this stat in 30 games. 10 assists, 14 turnovers. 10 assists, 14 turnovers. And I gotta decide what I'm gonna do. I'm trying to give you freedom in transition, and there's about 4 or 5 possessions. We went like 1 on 4. I cannot say enough, Lucas Williamson, about what you did. Absolutely dominated defensively, huge plays. I absolutely warrior. Warrior. Through tough circumstances, man. Through tough circumstances, there's so much greatness that can come from tough circumstances. We've got to have a trampoline philosophy. You know how far you go down with a trampoline? You got an opportunity to spring back down. But it's got to be a collective group with this. If everybody came with that, and trust me, the first person I'm looking at, don't even think about it. The first person I'm looking at is myself. Don't think I'm not. Elbow Cavs, you got to make a play. I called it at a tough time. I got to trust you. You're not taking a finger roll from 10 feet. It's my fault over here. And I'll be honest with you. I'm going to keep calling it for you. I lost confidence in one game. It's your second game back. You need to be a warrior for us this year. Not an ounce in my body that I've lost confidence in you. So start with that. You understand that? I got a ton of confidence in you. Hey, it's a long journey, man. It's a long, long, long journey. Bring it in.
Team together on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Team together.
I don't like the type of coaches that let you do whatever you want. I feel like you need to be told what you do wrong, but also what you do right. Coach is always emphasizing getting better, and if you look back on a loss and you stay looking back on it, you stay looking back on all your mistakes, he always kind of instills the confidence in the players to make sure that they know that they're capable of it, and it's not like they just can't do it. You know that you're going to be able to do it because that's the reason why you're here. That's the reason why he recruited you, because he knows what player you can be and what you are. I just think that when we mess up or don't do what he wants, it makes him even more angry because he knows that we are capable of it, and he knows that we're gonna eventually break through that and just have the confidence just to make every single right play and all that.
This is game 2, and we'll get better. We'll get better. We'll go back and learn from this thing. But through adversity, through tough times, it makes you stronger. And this team, we got to go through some of that. And you don't like to go through some of that, but we're going through that right now. We have no other choice but to go through it, react, bounce back, and it's a long season, and there's no panic in us. Disappointed? Hell yeah. Getting ready to go back to work? Yes. But I still have a lot of confidence in this group, and we'll bounce back.
I'm about developing a program, not developing a team. And you want to build a program. And building a program, all these things are important. Drew, Brian, Matt, Javon, and London, they're such a big part of this. It isn't one person. You've got to have a coaching staff that is sending those messages daily. And when you develop a team, you're probably leaving a wake, and it's probably a negative wake. When you're developing a program, you're leaving a wake of positivity, of things that will last, relationships, things that will last a long, long time. And I hope people feel that I'm representing Loyola in the right way with my positive energy around the city, around this campus, with the student body. And I take that very seriously. And the fact that there's more of a spotlight on it now, it even magnifies that responsibility. This guy's been going down, or this guy's been in no man's land, and we're like, no man's land. You know, I feel like I'm pulled in a million directions, but I've really been aware of not to complain about it, because that's what we've wanted. I've wanted the program to be relevant. I've wanted people to get excited about Loyola basketball, to fill the gym, to be talking about it, to be on the news. You can't have both ways. You can't sit here and like, well, the papers aren't writing anything about it, so we're not on the news. And then now they are, you can't sit here and go, man, I got to do that interview. No, I'm grateful.
I think one of the coolest things about Coach Moser is the person that he is. He absolutely brings it every single day, and he demands everybody else to with his actions. The way that I do it is kind of in a big brother fashion, you know, make them feel accepted, but then, you know, mature and then help them be like the best mature version of themselves. From the time that I got here, Coach Moser expected greatness. We do a really good job as a staff, and Coach does a really good job of like focusing on the process. And we're trying to take that next step as a program and be playing on Monday night, but we know that the process is what leads to those results. One of our main themes of this program and of this culture is a relentless pursuit for a competitive edge. And I think our guys, you know, they really exemplify that. They'll, you know, change their diet if they need to. They'll get up extra shots on the court if they need to. They'll come up, watch extra film if they need to. They'll just do whatever it takes.
When you're younger, you focus so much on the end game. I want to make money. I want to win the championship. I want to do this. I want to do that. And you're so much grinding for the end game that you forget about, hey, there's a lot that goes on in this process to help you get there. Well, now, you know, there's so much focus on each win, or more so, each loss. There's a lot more noise on individual parts along this process than there've ever been.
You know, when you say Loyola Chicago, it's not the same anymore. So our guys have to understand that, and they have to have that competitive mentality. We can't stay the same because our name just isn't the same anymore. You know, when somebody sees our name on the schedule, when somebody's telling their parents who they play, you know, this weekend, when they say Loyola Chicago, it's not the same.
I like the way I think we're getting a lot off that. I think we're getting a lot off. Remember, if he's denying playing and go around, it was automatic.
It's hard because everyone wants to talk about last year. And in our locker room, we've got to be talking about what we're chasing. We're not chasing last year. We're chasing something new. And that is an interesting dynamic. And there's a reason why it's so hard. But that's a real dynamic of what we're going through is how much we're still trying to chase for greatness. There's no finish line with that.
Throw me aside at the end of the game. Turn your back as I call your name. Another love gone bad again. Bad again, bad again. Slam the door as you curse my name. Toss my clothes in the open flame. Another love gone bad again. Bad again, bad again. Well, I'm glad that it's over, 'cause it can't hurt anymore. Hurt anymore. And I won't look past my shoulder, 'cause it can't hurt anymore. Hurt anymore. And it's already done. 'Cause it's already done. You can't scare me, 'cause it's already done. You can't hurt me, you can't harm me, 'cause it's already done. Already done. Well, I'm glad that it's over, 'cause it can't hurt anymore. Hurt anymore.
I thank you all for the opportunity. I thank my family. I'm so excited to be back home. and working with all of you and the direction we're going. And I thank you for the opportunity. And like I said, those who don't know me, the students, very, very soon will.
Anything else? Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.